So you only need to know 2 candlesticks to be successful on pocket option, okay? So these are called candlestick patterns. The first one is going to be the momentum candlestick. So this is when you see large red or large green candlesticks, okay? So sometimes it is false positives. For example, this one was a very large, long green candlestick. However, the next candlestick over, it did go up a little bit, but then it fell back down, okay? So with any trading strategy, it does have its risks, but I have seen that it is generally speaking around 60 to 70% effective and accurate, okay? So for example, here, it had a huge candlestick down. It went down further, okay? However, the next candlestick, it went up. So with momentum trading, I typically just trade with 5 seconds. But with hammerhead trading, which is the next trading strategy I'm going to be covering, I generally trade with a little bit more, okay? So for example, here, you see a hammerhead, okay? The hammerhead is very distinct. You can tell hammerhead, another one right here, by its long candlestick and a short head, okay? So it has to have a short head and a long candlestick. So if it meets that criteria, it is likely a hammerhead, okay? Some of them are slight hammerheads. For example, this one right here could be a hammerhead. It's hard to tell just because the wick isn't that long, okay? So you really have to use your discretion here. But generally speaking, the wick is supposed to be at least 3 times bigger than the body, okay? And there should be very little to no wick on the opposite side of the candle, okay? So it should just be primarily, it shouldn't look like a lot like this, really. So this is a really great example here. So uh, almost no wick at the top, 3 times larger, as you see right here, okay? Um, the momentum one, as I discussed, you really just want to do that high volume, right? So I'm going to try to show you a few momentum trades right here, just live with my account, so you can see, okay? So here, I'm primarily looking for large breakout candlesticks like this, right? Doing 5-second trades, um, and sometimes successful, sometimes not. It has a 60 to 70% success rate, like I discussed. So that's just one example right there. And as you see, it's very short-lived. Went back it went right back up, right after the trade. So if I did a 15 or 30-second trade, it would have 100% loss. Okay. Now, going to maybe another one, maybe do one more momentum one just to show you. Uh, so I really just want to be looking for a huge candlestick that is just very apparent. Something like this, again, I can see that for this one right here, but can't. Tesla is a little bit different. It's generally speaking a lot more volatile, so I'll have to see a very big candlestick for any trade to happen here. Um, I wouldn't say this is abnormally large. So basically, with the momentums, you want to be looking for abnormally large transactions like this, for example. Um, so it really just takes time. AMD is great for it. They have a shit ton of really great um, candlesticks that are super, super long. Okay. So they're really great for momentum trading. As you see, huge stick right here, went up a little bit more. Huge stick right here, huge stick right here, right? Doing a little bit of a buy here. Um, and as you see, another profit. Okay. So now going to the hammerheads. Those are a little bit harder to find, so I might not be able to do any here, but I'll show you. I'll try to see if I can find any so I can show you. Um, Basically, as I said, you want to see very little to no wick above, but 3 times the size below. Okay. So as you see right here, this could be a decent wick. However, uh, yeah, this is a decent wick, I think. So with these kind of trades, you want to do just 15-second buys. The next candlestick over. So you generally speaking don't want to trade too many candlesticks after the hammerhead. That's just because it's lost its edge. Okay, so you want to trade right after you see it. For example, here this could be a decent one actually. This would have been a decent one. However, you just have to be really certain. You have to get it just right after, especially if you're doing 5 or 10 second candles. It can be very difficult. Okay, so that's why I would recommend setting up multiple charts if you are going to do this strategy, just to see where things are at. For example, here you can see another one right here. I think the same as Intel's. Yeah, both the same stock here. So you can make maybe one Tesla, Amex, Intel, Johnson Johnson, right? And then you can see this is the best strategy when it comes to hammerheads, just because you need multiple screens when it comes to hammerheads 100%. With momentum, it's a little bit easier. You can just be with one screen. That's my favorite one personally. But as you see, it does work out quite well. It did go up quite a bit. So it's really just waiting to see where the hammerhead comes. This one here could be into the second hammerhead. The open though is not green. It could be worth it though, but I might try this out. The hammerheads have maybe a slightly higher success rate, but it's not very impressive. Not that much higher. 65 to 75% win rate I've seen in just my trades. So here another trade that was successful. So with the hammerheads, I just do a 15-second trade pretty much all the time. Okay, so now just to sum up this video, 2 best ones: Momentum, Hammerhead. Very simple. Okay, you can take a look at other videos on this channel to see other strategies, but these are the 2 primary ones that I personally use. You can fill your head up with dozens and dozens if you dozens and dozens of counts and patterns if you want to, but these are the 2 best ones you should be paying attention to the most. Okay, so now becoinnet is a great resource in terms of forecasting, short-term forecasts, right? And they also provide 50% off on your first deposit on bulk adoption. That's why you should go to becoinnet right now. And you can either click this right here and you'll be directed to pocket auction to get 50% off, or you can just go here and check out the live forecast. And you can even look at these live forecasts and try to trade on a demo account and see if you become profitable. Okay, so that's what I would recommend. Of course, start out with a demo account if you don't have that much experience, and then once you start getting decent, you can start trading with your real money. Happy trading.